What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Age, and I am here to talk about episode 7 of Love in the Air. And today's episode, it is called The Sky After the Rain. Conveniently, because this episode is where it shifts from Rain and Payu's story to Sky and Prapai's story. So, if you're ready, let's get into it. This episode starts out with Payu in the office and work. And anyway, he is calling and texting Rain, and Rain is just not answering the telephone or any of his texts. And of course, we all know why, because in the last episode, Rain had got kidnapped by these random people. And of course, Payu is like freaking out as the day goes by. He's getting more worried. So Payu races home and he meets Cypher, who is looking at the food that someone dropped on the ground. Of course, we know it's Rain who had dropped it when he was kidnapped. So Payu is panicking, and we see him running all around that big, gorgeous house of his. And my man is clearly distressed. He knows his baby Rain would not just ignore him all day like that. Especially when Rain specifically said at the end of the last episode that he will be waiting for his hubby when he got home. So that night, Payu is talking to Cypher, still freaking out and telling him, Rain is missing. Then all of a sudden he gets a call from Top, the evil little spoiled princess. And it turns out he and his goons were the one who ended up kidnapping Rain. Top, this man just cannot take defeat standing up, all because he is mad that Prapai and Payu beat him in a race. A race that don't even mean nothing. Like, he didn't win anything. Talk about a big brat. Anywho, Top tells Payu, if you want Rain back, you better come crawling to me. No crew, no friends, no police. And if Payu does bring anyone, Top said he is going to hurt Rain. Then Top proceeds to take a picture of Rain and send it to Payu, and he also shares the location. And I'm sorry, guys. This right here, when Top is taking the picture of Rain, this is such a sexual position. I'm sorry. I know they have no type of sexual anything going on, Top and Rain, but this here is just a real interesting position. But anyway, all that aside, he sends the picture to Payu and tells him, he has 30 minutes to get there. So Payu runs out of the house and Cypher's like, bro, this is a trap. Payu is like, I know it's a trap, but I ain't got no choice. So he tells his brother to not get involved, allegedly. So back at the little warehouse that they're holding Rain, Top's henchmen, they hear the conversation that Top have with Payu, and they are backing out saying, we don't want to be a part of this anymore. This is a kidnapping case. We thought we were just going to beat them up a little bit. And then some of them end up leaving. One of them even mentions, Payu, that Payu guy, he's scary, and then he runs out. I guess that makes Top mad. And so Top decides to walk over to Rain and slap him in the face. Oh my gosh, you do not slap him. Talking about, what are you looking at? And then he takes Rain's gag off of his mouth, and Rain so disrespectfully spits in Top's face. A good nasty spit. And I'm sorry, I don't condone spitting on people, but I also don't condone kidnapping people either. Anyway, go Rain in this situation. I'm happy he spit on him. And we all know that Rain really doesn't want Payu to show up, but that, of course, isn't happening. Payu is most definitely showing up to come save Rain, to protect him, to make sure that he doesn't die. And this is just my opinion. I don't believe that Top would actually kill Rain. To me, he's a little punk and he's a scary cat, but at the same time, Top is crazy as cat shit. So when Payu gets to the warehouse, when he gets there, and I hate this part, Top tells Payu to get on his knees like a tame dog, and then he tells Payu to put his face on the floor. That is so disrespectful. And in the background, we can hear Rain begging Payu, no, you don't have to do that. Don't kneel. Don't put your face on the floor. Don't do this for me. But Payu will do anything to keep Rain safe, even humiliate himself. I hate Top. So, yeah, he proceeds to tell Payu to put his head on the floor, but first he wants Payu to crawl to him and do it at Top's feet. He wants Payu to put his head at Top's feet. I hate it. And, oh gosh, Rain in the back yelling no. So when Payu does it, yeah, can we look at this still? I would be terrified to have Payu looking up at me like this. But, of course, we know Top is a bumbling idiot. He doesn't care. He's full of pride. He doesn't care. He just wants his salty little lick back. Then Top proceeds to put his foot on Payu's back and tell those idiots of his little henchmen, to take a picture of him. Y'all, Top is so vile, and I know that Payu can take Top in a fight. I know it. But he can't do it right now because of Rain. And I hate when lovers become a weakness for their significant other. Like, I get it, but gosh, it's so sad. It's such a horrible predicament to be in. And then Top says this with his disrespectful ass. And we all know Payu is holding back at this point. But Top says, I'll let my boys screw your lover right here. Top is low down and dirty for that. We are not doing the R word. Anybody who would even suggest that is scum in my book. And in the story, we don't know if Top is gay or not, but that's besides the point. I could definitely see Top R-wording someone, taking them by force just to spite his enemy. That's nasty and downright demonic. Like I said, I don't know about him killing someone, but I definitely can see him R-ing someone. And I know at this point it is taking everything in Payu's power to not fuck Top up in this moment. So Payu has to get beat up, and they force Rain to watch in the background, and they're even holding Rain's little head to look at Payu getting stomped on, and kicked and things like that. And side note, y'all, Payu is even sexy when he is getting beat up. Yeah, I'm sorry. This man is fine. Anyway, Top is a bitch, but I will give the actor props. He played him well. But the fact that Payu kept holding Top's foot whenever Top would try to go towards Rain, Payu was like, look, you can beat me, you can torture me, you can do whatever you want to me, but do not touch Rain. Then all of a sudden, bang, bang, shots start ringing out. Reinforcements are finally here. And do y'all see the fear on all of their faces, including Rain's? Look at this. And in walks none other than Sugar Daddy Chai. Y'all know I like Chai. Shoot, he make me want to join the mafia. Anyway, the next scene was a flashback back to Payu and Cypher from earlier. Payu saw a man who worked for Top spying on them when they were at the house. So Payu couldn't just outright tell Cypher to go get reinforcements, but he gave him his phone with the location of the warehouse that Top had Rain in. And here Payu was so smart, and the fact that Cypher caught on, yeah, I love siblings. Then Top, being the spoiled brat bitch that he is, cries out, I'm going to tell your boss to fire you all. Do you know who my daddy is? Oh my gosh. What a punk. But Chai is like, yes, I do know who your daddy is. Ooh, then Chai slaps the dog shit out of Top. And Top hits the bottom. Just like he hits the floor. And then it's like, I want to see if you can fight with a servant like me. Because remember in the early episode, Top called Chai a servant. Then we see Rain walk over from Payu to Chai and Top. And then Rain proceeds to kick Top on the ground. And, he getting his lick back too. Like, you're going to hit and beat up my boyfriend? Guess what? You get kicked too. And Chai just lets him. He's looking at like, yeah, do what you got to do. And then Rain and Payu leaves as Chai continues to whoop Top's ass. So, in the next scene, Rain and Payu are back at home, and you can see all of the bruises on both of their bodies, especially Payu's. And Cypher tells them that Chai took care of Top, and it's just such sweet revenge. And Payu lets us know that he fractured his pinky. Then Payu tells Rain that when Rain ran over and kicked Top, despite being afraid of Chai, that made Payu fall in love with Rain all over again. And Rain was like, wait, you loved me before? And Payu was like, I told you I love you when I was singing to you. And Rain was like, that doesn't count. Yo, oh my gosh, Payu told Rain that he loved him. And Rain was like, me too. And then Payu was basically like, you gonna tell me too, or you gonna tell me you love me? I thought this line was really cute. Rain said, whenever it storms, there will be rain from now on. Y'all, this is so adorable. That's such a cute little play on the names. Rainstorm. Then here's the kiss, because I had to put the kiss in there. So here you go. Next scene. Rain is with his friends from class. This is actually one of my favorite scenes. In this scene, it will be revealed to Rain's old crush Plee, and to Plee's older brother Som, who also had a crush on Payu, and the rest of their friends, of course, that Payu is Rain's man. Okay, so let's get into the scene. Sky is like, Rain was probably clinging to his lover all break whenever they asked Rain what he did, and that surprised the rest of the table. Rain basically told Sky, don't tell them who it is. And Sky's like, y'all already know this person. And then they continue to tease Rain about, oh, he got him a lover and whatnot. Y'all, I love Sky in this scene. He is such a bestie. So Rain wants to keep it a secret, but little does Rain know that his lover is about to expose himself. Payu texts Rain that he'll be there in about 10 minutes. And when I tell y'all, Rain's heart nearly dropped. I don't know why he wants to keep it a secret. I'll be rubbing it all up in Plee's face. Then Payu shows up and everyone is gushing at the boy Payu because, he's the it boy. And Payu sits with the upperclassmen at another table. And Rain is freaking out. And he's like, why is he here? Boy, Payu already told you that he was coming. I don't know why he's acting surprised. Anyway, Sky is like, don't you need to claim ownership? Because Som and Plee and a lot of other people here are ready to snatch Payu up. Which is true because everybody in that department, they hover around Payu like he is a piece of meat. Rain is still like, oh, he's so embarrassed, whatever. So Payu comes and he sits at the younger table with Rain and his friends. And can y'all believe that Plee tried to shoot her shot at this moment? And the friends, being friends, they try to, support her and whatnot. Because they don't know because Rain ain't saying nothing about Payu being his man. All of the younger people are asking Payu questions. And then when Payu said he was there to pick up his lover, y'all, Som's face and heart dropped. Now they all want to know who is Payu's lover. And Payu tells them, shh, it's a secret. Then Rain randomly jumps up and is like, I'm going home. And then Payu stood up and Som is still like, who is your lover, Payu? Oh, Som is so heartbroken. And then the reveal, Payu was like, if my lover is going home, then I am too. Look at their expressions all over the table. Yeah. And then look at Plee. She's like, what? And the other friends are like, what? My boy's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Girl, look at Plee and Som's face. Let's take a second and appreciate these reactions. And my boy and his friend is like, girl, he took your man. Look at his expression. And then y'all, Som is stressed. He is so stressed. So Rain and Payu go into the car. And this is so funny to me. Payu is still asking about Rain and if he likes Plee. Meanwhile, Plee liked Payu. It all comes full circle. Y'all, Payu even called Plee that girl. So he didn't care about Plee at all. And it's so funny because Payu is jealous of Plee a little bit. And I love it. We know that Payu went to that table to see who Plee was. And being the person that Payu is, if Rain wasn't going to claim him, then Payu was going to claim Rain. And that's that on that. Then we move on to Sky and Prapai. But not before we appreciate how beautifully Rain and Payu's story was. I love how it ended. It was amazing and I enjoyed watching it unfold, y'all. It was so sweet. And finally let everyone know that he was the main character of the architect program because he won the top prize. Everyone's idol, everyone's crush, and just the perfect architect student, Payu. Now, let's turn the page to both of my crushes, Sky and Prapai. So their story starts with Prapai sleeping. And he gets up and he's stretching. And y'all, this man is just beautiful. Fort is beautiful. Then we see Sky tossing around in his dad's home, waking up. His face is just so pretty. And they're both getting ready for their day. And if you look at Prapai's house, y'all, Prapai got money. And dang, look at his house. Where are these boys getting this money from? But if I'm not mistaken, Prapai still lives with his parents, I believe. Prapai is like this big shot boss at his dad's company. And it looks like from the face of his secretary, Prapai is a handful to have as a boss. So, in the next scene, we see Prapai. He visits Payu and Rain at Payu's house. And Payu is like, oh, what do you want? You're bothering me and my wife. And then Prapai was like, I'm here to check on your injuries, Payu. And Payu was like, that was weeks ago. Get to the point. I know you want something. Prapai wants Sky's number. Now remember, Prapai was asking for Sky all during Payu and Rain's story. Well, we are about to figure out why. So Rain is basically like, why do you want his number? And Prapai says that Sky left something at the race when Sky and Rain had snuck in the first time. He wants to return whatever it is to Sky in person. So Rain, and still he's the same old Rain, just give Sky's number to Prapai. That's so rude, Rain. Especially since you wouldn't give Payu's number to Plea earlier in the series. But we're not going to talk about that. I'm just kidding. Look at Payu's face. He already knows Prapai's up to something. And whenever Prapai had left, Rain had noticed that Prapai had a little cunning expression on his face. So when Sky was eating with his dad at the table, he received a call on his phone. We all know it's Prapai, but Sky ignores it because he doesn't recognize the number. And he's also eating with his dad and he doesn't want to be rude. Damn, Prapai called as soon as he received the number. We all gotta love a determined man. Lastly, we have the end credits scene. It's Rain and Payu and they're in bed, and Rain asks about his car breaking down at the student co-party. Here, Payu finally admitted to breaking Rain's car. Payu admitted that he'd been liking Rain ever since the beginning, and he did plot everything from the start. And remember, Cypher had called it before whenever he saw the picture of Rain on Payu's phone. He plotted everything, and Payu said that he liked playing with the person he liked. We gotta give it to Payu. He is very, very crafty. And I absolutely loved everything that Payu did. So, y'all, let's get prepared for Sky and Prapai. You see how that rhymed?